The woman got up to use the restroom, and in doing so, saved herself and her daughter. She noticed the surveillance monitor beside her. 3 strangers had broken in. Fear surged through her instantly. She had to act fast. Her daughter was still asleep upstairs. She rushed to her daughter's room. In desperation, she grabbed a bottle of water and splashed it on her daughter. Before the girl could even protest, she saw her mother signaling for silence. No time for explanations. She grabbed her daughter and hurried out. By then, the intruders had already blocked their path. In a panic, the woman yanked open the elevator door. The 2 darted inside, successfully trapping the men outside. But soon, they realized another intruder was already waiting downstairs. As the elevator descended, they noticed the buttons weren't working. The man ran to the first floor, preparing to catch them as they came down, but the elevator never arrived. They had pressed the button to go back to the second floor. Holding her daughter tightly, the woman had only one thought: the impenetrable safe room. It was their only hope. Luckily, before the intruders could catch up, they managed to shut the door. Furious, the intruders pounded on it. The woman finally breathed a sigh of relief, but when she tried to call the police, she realized the safe room's phone line wasn't connected. They had just moved in. Despair filled their hearts. Just then, the surveillance feed captured the intruders arguing. Watching the screen, the woman had an idea. She used the safe room's intercom to tell the intruders the police were already on their way, but they seemed to know the villa well. They scoffed. There was no signal inside. They claimed they only wanted money. There were 20 million left in the safe by the previous owner. The mother and daughter didn't believe a word. The woman cursed at them, infuriating the intruders completely. One of them grabbed a sledgehammer, smashing the ceiling below them. The vibrations caught their attention. A crack in the wall. The loud noise had disturbed the neighbors. Someone was knocking on the walls in protest. They saw hope. They shouted with all their strength, begging for help, but the thick walls muffled their voices. Meanwhile, the intruders had hit a steel plate. One of them, who seemed to know the house's structure well, began searching the walls for a weak spot. He knew if they wanted the money from the safe, they had to force the mother and daughter out. He tore open a large hole in the ventilation duct. The other 2 instantly understood his plan. Inside, the mother and daughter had no idea what was happening until they smelled a sharp, choking odor. The woman climbed up to check the air vent. She was nearly overwhelmed by gas. Her daughter, meanwhile, found another vent in the corner, but the masked man ignored all obstacles, turning the gas valve to full blast. Struggling, the woman used duct tape to seal the vent, but the pressure was too strong. The tape was quickly blown away. Their lives were in grave danger. Then, the woman suddenly remembered the lighter in her hand. She had only one desperate chance. She extended the lighter into the duct, slowly reaching into the densest pocket of gas. The clever ones had already begun backing away, but one of them, curious, pressed his ear against the door, listening.